Hey, the wedding photos just arrived. They're all so beautiful. I can't stop looking at them.
Oh, really? They came already?
I can't stop looking at them. There's one from our first.
Did I? I was so nervous that day, I barely remember.
And there's one with both our families together. Everyone looks so happy.
Yeah, Mom mentioned she really wanted a copy of that. Send me a few later.
I will. I'll pick out the best ones. Then I need to print some to display in the apartment. Maybe I'll buy some cute photo frames.
What? No, that's embarrassing. Don't do that. Displaying our own photos in our house?
Why is it embarrassing? They're beautiful memories of our special day.
It just feels like showing off.
What's the problem? I'm the only one who'll see them. My beloved husband is working in another city right after our wedding. And you had to leave right after the ceremony because of work. We haven't gone on our honeymoon yet, so can't I at least have some photos to make me feel less lonely?
Stop trying to make me feel guilty. It's not like I want to work away from home.
Of course, I understand it's for work and you can't help it, but the fact is, I'm feeling lonely. So at least let me have the photos. I'll put them away as soon as you come home, Ken.
No, still not okay. Mom and Mike's family will definitely tease me if they see them. Don't put up weird things while we're all living together.
Living together? What do you mean while we're all living together?
Huh? Did I not mention it?
Huh? Mention what?
Actually, we're all going to live together in our place, so no embarrassing wedding photos on display, got it?
Wait, we're going to be living with your mom and your brother and his wife? Hold on, please explain what's going on.
Mom suggested it during the wedding. She was worried about us living apart because of my job, and thought you must be lonely every day, so she wants to live together.
That's really not necessary. I appreciate the concern, but living together when you're not even here is a bit... Besides, I'm not lonely living by myself at all.
But you were just saying how lonely you were.
That's completely different. That's about missing you.
Same thing, isn't it? Mom will keep you company.
I miss you, Ken. That's different from being lonely living alone. I lived by myself just fine before we got married.
You're overthinking this. It'll be fine.
No, I'm really not comfortable with this arrangement.
Well, I already gave Mom permission.
You gave permission without asking me first?
It's not a big deal. She said they're packing up and moving in this month.
This month? But this month ends next week.
Perfect timing then.
Ken, this is our home. Shouldn't we discuss these things together?
What's there to discuss? It's already decided.
How can you say it's already decided when I'm just hearing about this?
So that's that. 4 adults living together. You, Mom, and Mike's family. It'll be fun and lively every day.
Ken, please, can we talk about this properly?
There's nothing to talk about. Mom's already excited about it.
But I'm your wife. Doesn't my opinion matter?
You're making too big a deal out of this. Just go with it.
This is a huge change to our living situation.
It'll be fine. Trust me.
I need to call your mother about this.
Great. Help her with the moving preparation.
I'm sorry for the sudden call, but we need to talk about this living arrangement. Please, can't we cancel it? Absolutely not. I've already packed everything. But we haven't discussed any of the details. What details? It's simple. We're moving in. But besides, I've always wanted to live in a high-rise apartment. I'm really looking forward to it. The apartment isn't really that big. Nonsense. Ken said it's plenty spacious. I'm really sorry, but this living arrangement was Ken's decision alone. I had no idea about it, and I'm actually against it. Oh, but why? Ken's working away and living with us will help you feel less lonely when you're by yourself. I appreciate the concern, but I really don't need... You should be grateful we're willing to help. But we just got married and suddenly living together, especially with my husband's family when he's not even here. That's exactly why we should live together. What do you mean by that? A newlywed wife whose husband isn't home? That's suspicious. We need to keep an eye on you for the sake of your marriage. Are you suggesting I would cheat? Young women these days can't be trusted. That's incredibly hurtful. You were acting very suspicious at the wedding. Especially with that boss of yours. You two seemed way too friendly. We're friendly because he's my boss and because he's my senior from university. Even worse, an old friend from school. Who knows what you might do with that man while Ken's away? There's absolutely nothing like that going on. He's just my senior from university. So we're comfortable around each other. He's actually famous at work for being devoted to his wife. Huh, like I'd believe that. All those celebrities who claim to be devoted husbands end up cheating. The ones who try to look good in public are actually the most dangerous. You can't judge everyone based on celebrity scandals. I've seen enough of the world to know. Well, maybe some are like that, but I would never cheat. Then there's no problem with us living together, is there? If you have nothing to hide, then it's decided. That's not fair. What's not fair about it? Only guilty people refuse supervision. But besides, I already have Ken's permission. A wife shouldn't go against her husband's decisions. Now, help us prepare for the move. I need some time to think about this. There's nothing to think about. We'll be there next week. This is hopeless. If I can't stop this, I need to find someone on my side. Please, Sarah, as Mike's wife, help me oppose this living arrangement. Huh? Why? Won't it be really fun living all together? You can't be serious. Of course I'm serious. What? Don't tell me you're in favor of this too. Yes, of course. I'm not against it at all. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to it? The apartment is in such a nice location, too. That's not the point. The baby's due in spring, and it'll be so reassuring to have Alice and you there. Baby? Wait, what? Sarah, are you pregnant? Just 3 months along. Congratulations! But wouldn't that make living together even more difficult? I've heard stress is bad during pregnancy. Being alone at home is more stressful for me. It's my first pregnancy, and I'm already anxious every day. Having others around would help take my mind off things. But surely there are other solutions. This is the perfect solution. I hadn't thought of it that way. Plus, I'm pretty clumsy, and I'm worried about handling childcare. But with Alice and you around, I'll feel so much better. Raising the baby will be so much easier. Wait, are you expecting us to help with childcare? Well, of course. We'll be living together, right? We'll be one big happy family. Alice has parenting experience, but she's getting older, so I'm really counting on you the most. That's a pretty big assumption. Besides, that won't work. I have a full-time job. You can help after work and on weekends. I need time to rest too. Don't worry. When you have kids, I'll help you too. We should help each other out in times like these. When I have kids, wait, are you planning for us to live together permanently? Of course. Why would it be temporary? But this is my home. Isn't it better that way? More lively and fun every day. Your apartment is huge, and from now on, we can all help each other out. but it seems like I'm the only one doing all the helping. Well, you're young. You can handle it. What? And you don't have kids yet, so you have lots of free time. Free time? I work 50 hours a week. That still leaves evenings and weekends. Don't I have the right to have some time to myself? I'm sure you can balance work, housework, and childcare. Well, I'm counting on you. This is getting out of hand. Listen, this living arrangement won't work. It absolutely won't work. Please cancel it right now.
What? That's impossible! Everything's already decided. I'm not gonna listen to your selfish demands.
Selfish? I'm being selfish for wanting a say in my own home?
You're being dramatic about this.
How can you call your wife dramatic when you started the drama by forcing me to live with my in-laws? Why won't you try to understand how I feel?
You're the one who won't understand. Mom and Mike's family are asking for our help.
Help that you promised without asking me.
They're family. We have to help. How can we turn them down?
What do they need help with exactly?
Mom's getting older and she has a lot of worries, you know? She said she wants to live together because she's worried about you, but I think she's actually anxious about her own life. That's why I agreed to living together, but you won't even try to understand my feelings. Plus, Mike and Sarah are going through a tough time. You heard about the baby, right?
Yes, she seemed really anxious about her first pregnancy.
See, you understand.
Understanding their situation doesn't mean I agree to this.
Sarah's a bit, well, spacey. And even though she's a housewife, childcare is a different story, right? It's better to have other adults around. Mike even begged me for help.
Then why can't they just live with Alice? Why do we need to be involved?
Our place is bigger and in a better location.
That's not a good enough reason.
Well, Mom really wants to experience living in a high-rise apartment, and Sarah thinks city living would be better for the baby.
You made this huge decision for reasons like that? This isn't helping each other. I'm just being sacrificed.
Why are you being so difficult about this?
I'm being difficult? You're the one who decided this without me.
Oh, just shut up already. It's decided, so just accept it.
But...
Oh, right. By the way, you'll keep handling all the living expenses just like you've done up until now? I'm not planning to take any money from Mom or Mike's family.
What did you just say?
Well, it's awkward to ask family for money, so I thought we could be generous and cover it all ourselves.
Not we, just me. You expect me alone to cover living expenses for 4 adults?
Your salary is good enough, right?
That's not the point.
You're so stingy, it's just money.
Just money? Do you even know how much everything costs right now?
Anyway, this is all decided, so go ahead and handle the moving preparations.
So you really won't listen to anything I say? Fine, I get it. I won't say anything else. I'll just shut up and prepare everything.
Finally, you're being reasonable.
Yes, I'll prepare everything.
Hey, Michelle, I heard Mom and everyone are moving in today. Has Mom's move-in finished?
Yep, and my move is done too.
Huh?
Everything's perfect. Their belongings have been moved in and distributed to their rooms. And my stuff has been moved out. I've left the key here and I'm going back to my parents' house.
What do you mean your stuff is moved out? Back to your parents? Wait a minute. What are you suddenly talking about? You're moving back home? Permanently?
You catch on quick. Yes, I've decided to go back home starting today.
You can't be serious!
Oh, I'm dead serious.
What? You can't just decide something like this on your own without consulting me? That's ridiculous!
Oh, now you care about consulting your spouse? That's rich coming from you. The one who decided on living together with your family without consulting me.
This is completely different!
How is it different? You made decisions without me, so I made decisions without you. I'm moving back home without consulting you. Whatever you say, this is decided, so you'll just have to quietly accept it.
You can't use my words against me like that! Did you really hate the idea of living together that much?
What was your first clue? I told you many times I was against it, didn't I? Didn't my feelings get through to you at all? When did you lose the ability to understand basic English?
I thought you were just complaining!
Of course I'd complain.
Are you really angry?
No, I'm thrilled about being ignored and having my home invaded. Of course I'm angry. I opposed this multiple times, but you never listened to me. And I couldn't find anyone on my side, so I decided to quietly move out.
But...
So that's that. I'll mail the divorce papers to your work address.
Divorce? Hey, you're kidding, right? You want to divorce me? We just had our wedding!
A week was long enough to see who you really are. I'm sad it turned out this way too, but what can we do? I can't stand being your wife anymore. Well, see you later.
Wait! Let's talk about this!
Now you want to talk? Too late. Hey, Michelle, where are you? If you've received the boxes, start unpacking them. You're so useless. Can't help with the boxes right now. What do you mean you can't help? Where are you? Get over here. Sorry for being a useless daughter-in-law, but since I'm at my parents' house, I can't help. Please handle everything yourself. What? You're at your parents' house? Stop joking around. I'm not joking at all. And you're not coming back? Never! I absolutely refuse to live together, so I've gone back home. I plan to divorce Ken. Thank you for taking care of me as your daughter-in-law, brief as it was. What? Divorce? I thought you'd be relieved. You ungrateful girl. You were so worried about me, weren't you? Always suspicious that I might cheat because Ken wasn't around. Well, now that I won't be your daughter-in-law anymore, you won't have to worry about me having an affair. Isn't that great? How dare you? Are you really planning to divorce Ken? This isn't what I meant to happen. Why would I joke about something like this? But we need you. Oh, now you need me? I thought I was suspicious and untrustworthy. Who's going to take care of me? How should I know? That's not my problem anymore. You can't just abandon your family. Family? You never treated me like family, so why should I care? What did you say? Why don't you ask Mike and Sarah for help? Though they'll probably be too busy with the baby. I guess you'll have to manage on your own, Alice. But... Don't worry, you're experienced with childcare, right? You'll be much more useful than inexperienced little me. But I'm getting old. Oh, speaking of age, let me ask you something. How much is your pension? That's none of your business. I just wanted to give you a word of advice, but if you really don't want it... Huh? What advice? Since I've moved out, you'll need to cover your own living expenses. The apartment rent is $2,800 per month. Will you be okay with just your pension and Mike's income? What? The rent is that much? When I lived there, my company provided a housing allowance. It was quite generous, $1,000 per month. But that benefit won't apply anymore, so you'll need to pay the full amount yourselves. But my pension isn't nearly enough for that, and Sarah's a stay-at-home wife. Not my problem anymore. Good luck. But that's... Well, this is the perfect time for everyone to work together. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, we need to discuss this. Sorry, I'm busy packing. Bye. How dare you, Michelle? I told you I was counting on you. How could you just run away like this? Counting on me? We never even discussed what that meant. We were going to be one big happy family. I never asked you to count on me. That's why I had to escape. But don't worry, you have Alice. She's the childcare expert, remember? You don't understand. Alice is terrible. She just tried to make me drink alcohol while I'm pregnant. Oh, do tell. I was unpacking in our room. When I went back to the living room, Alice wasn't doing anything. She's been drinking alcohol since lunchtime, saying she was fed up and couldn't deal with this situation. Already drinking on moving day? Come to think of it, she is quite a heavy drinker, isn't she? She was already drunk and kept trying to make me drink too. When I refused, she got angry about me not being able to drink. I had to run to the bathroom to escape. Sounds like fun family bonding time. This isn't what we planned at all. That sounds rough. I had no idea she was like this. There's no way I can live with such relatives. Maybe you should have checked before moving in. What are we going to do now? That's unfortunate, but I guess you'll have to go back to your old place. Oh wait, you can't, can you? Since Mike got laid off and you had to leave the company housing. Huh? How do you know that? We haven't told anyone about that. Something seemed off, so I did some digging. I thought it was strange that you'd involve your brother-in-law's family despite just having anxiety about childcare. I figured there had to be something else going on. We didn't want anyone to know. Well, that's... Then I found out Mike had been laid off. If you can't live here, you'll need to find a new place quickly. Hopefully, Mike finds a new job soon. Well, I'll be going now. Think I'll follow Alice's example and have a drink myself, even though it's only lunchtime. Please don't leave us like this. Sorry, can't help. Good luck with the baby. Michelle, please! Try asking Alice for help when she's sober.
The divorce papers really arrived. You're seriously planning to divorce me?
Yes, I sent them express delivery. So please sign them quickly. I included a return envelope, so just put them in there.
Can't we talk about this first? I don't want a divorce! Please, can't you reconsider?
I don't want to continue this marriage with you. There's nothing to reconsider.
But we can fix this!
No, we can't.
Please don't say that. I'm sorry for deciding on the living arrangement without asking you. I apologize, so please don't divorce me!
You still don't get it, do you? It's too late for apologies now. You completely disregarded my opinions and feelings, prioritizing only your family, even though I became part of your family too. This isn't what a marriage should be.
That's why I'm saying I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. We've only been married for a week. Can't you cut me some slack?
A week was more than enough. You showed your true colors in just that 1 week. We're in an era where people live to be 100. There's no way I can spend another 50 or so years with someone like you.
I can change. I was just being thoughtless. I just wanted everyone to live together happily.
Happy? For who? Your happiness comes at the cost of my suffering, doesn't it? That's why I opposed it. But did you ever seriously consider my feelings even once?
Well...
Your silence says everything.
But...
I'll say it again. It's too late for apologies. I can't trust or believe in you anymore, so there's no way we can start over.
Please, give me another chance. But
From now on, just keep prioritizing your family like you always have. You like being relied on by your family, don't you? Go ahead and devote yourself to them as much as you want.
they're your family too.
No, they made it very clear I was never family.
What do you mean?
You didn't think of me as family. You all just wanted to use me. Sign the papers, Ken. It's over. After that, Ken frantically took time off work and came to my parents' house to apologize. But I had no intention of seeing him even for a second. In fact, my parents urged him to sign the divorce papers, and he ended up signing them there in tears, finalizing our divorce. As for Ken, he was left with Mike's family and Alice in the apartment, and they demanded he do something about their living situation. He ended up having to pay the full rent and living expenses for an apartment he wasn't even living in. Mike and Sarah had their baby safely, but they argue every day with Alice about how to take care of the baby. Their relationship has gotten worse day by day, and they're now on the verge of cutting ties completely.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.